What's up, everyone? I'm going carp fishing this weekend, so I need to make some bait, and I'm going to show you guys how I make millet. It's a great all-around carp bait. It works for pay late carp. It works for wild carp. I've used it for a very, very long time. Hope you guys enjoy. For this recipe, you're going to need 5 pounds of hulled millet. You're going to need 2 cups of wheat bran. You'll need 16 ounces of corn syrup or caro syrup. And optionally, you're going to need liquid flavoring. I'm using One on Bait's Hulks. So step one is that you're going to add your millet to your container. This is really too small to be working with, but I thought it would be cool for demonstration purposes because it's clear. For those of you who are unfamiliar, millet is this very small grain, and carp love it. See it in birdseed sometimes, and you'll need to get it at the feed store, places like Tractor Supply again, but you can buy it online too. Again, this is whole millet. Next, you'll want to add 2 cups of wheat bran. And again, this is just very fine, flaky wheat bran. This is going to help the pack bait break while it's underwater. Now, I forgot to mention this in the ingredient introduction, but you're also going to want 2 cups of all-purpose flour. So again, so far we have 5 pounds of whole millet, 2 cups of wheat bran, and 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Now, at this point, you have all the dry ingredients, and as is usually the case with bait making, you want to mix the dry ingredients before you move on to the wet ingredients. So we're just going to get in here and mix this together. You want to make sure that the flour is not clumping up on you and that it's just all incorporated. Now remember, you want to go to the bottom and bring to the top. You don't want big clumps of wheat bran or flour hanging out at the bottom. So make sure you're getting down there to the bottom. Now that you have your dry ingredients mixed well, you move on to the caro syrup or corn syrup, and you're going to need 16 ounces or this full container. Now you're going to put this into a measuring cup and microwave it for about 30 or 40 seconds. This is going to thin up so that it can mix better with the dry ingredients. Now my corn syrup is warmed up, and this part's completely optional, but you'll add any liquid attractant to the corn syrup here. I'm using Hulk in this case, so I'm going to add about 3 ounces to the corn syrup. That is so satisfying. Last step is to add your wet ingredients to your millet. And you're going to have to work. There's no way around it here. You need to get in there with your hands and mix it all together. And this part is a mess, but you just have to get in there and mix it all together. Again, going to the bottom and pulling up, making sure that you don't have any clumps down at the bottom. This is going to take a good amount of mixing. And this container, again, is too small, but I thought it would be cool for demonstration purposes. Once you have mixed your millet well and it's fully incorporated, you're going to add your lid and let it sit for at least a day, probably 2 days. Millet isn't a bait that you can make right before you're going fishing. You need to plan a little bit for millet. But the good news is once you make it, it will last pretty much indefinitely. So I'm going to let this sit for a day or two and we'll come back and take a look at it.